Hello, I'm EGR Kadachanda from second year BSCS, and this is my user management module, which is connected to a database. And in this case, we connect it to PHP MyAdmin. Um, so first, I'll demonstrate the program. First, when we open the program, it would take the data from the database. So here we have a table called account data, and then this is the entry for the account data, and as we can see, that one loaded here. And then let's say we add an account using this add button, so we'll call it account, then just the password. And then when we add it and then we refresh this, we can see that it is now here. It has been added. We can also edit accounts. So let's say we want to edit the account, we put the username here, and then let's say we'll change the password from test case to just test, and then we make that account an admin. So done. We refresh the database, and that the changes has been reflected here. We can also remove accounts, like here we put account right there, and then we press remove, and then we refresh the database. We can see that it's no longer here. So oh yeah, we can also use the deactivate feature right here, which just deactivates the account. So here we can see status is 0, which means false, which means it's inactive. And like here on the first account, which is 1, which is true, which means it's active right here. So we can close this, and then we can check the code. The code for this is basically the same as the previous previous video. Sorry. So if you want to know the basic, like how the app works, you can refer to that. But in this video, I think I'll just go over how I connected it to the database. So the only thing I changed is the save manager right here. Everything else, because the app actually works with um what do you call an account manager, which handles every account using an array list. So we didn't have to change anything with that. What we had to change is the save function. So once we make changes, we would save our database. So we would take that account manager and we would take every account and then we would save it to the database. So here we have our insert query. This is what we would use to basically query the database. So we have insert into, which inserts our data to the table account data. Then we have the ID, username, password, account type, and status. And then we also have this one, which handles like if there are duplicates, because if let's say we have this database here with this data, and then we try to write over it, it would produce an error because we have IDs which are primary key, which means we cannot duplicate it. So let's say we have this data, we save the info from here, it would just duplicate here, so there will be like two John Doe accounts and everything else, which is not good. So we would just check for duplicates. If it's a new account, we would write it. If it's a duplicate, we would update it, basically. And we handle those duplicates with the primary key, which is the ID. And then here we just uh, use this insert query, and then we have this for the accounts. This is where we would get the data from the account using our getter methods. And that is the save function. For the refresh database function or method, I'll just call the method. If the method's the correct term. For the method refresh database, we use this for the editing of account, because we cannot just use this because it didn't work when I tried it. So I tried this one, refresh database, which would delete all data from the table, and then it would write the updated entries from our current accounts, which is the account manager object. And I think that worked. It basically deletes and writes everything over again. And then read from database. This is what we use to load from the database to our app. So the save to database would be from our app to the database. So we have this read from database. It's basically just a reverse of this one, the save to database. So we also have our query in here, which is select and then the data we want, and then the table, which is account data. So we have this. Once we select them, we would want to clear first the array list and then our user list, which the current accounts array list contains our accounts, while the get user list contains our accounts that are being displayed. So this one is a while loop here, which basically just loops through every account, and then like it would take their information and then add the account while there are still accounts left from this set. So and then after that, to just this one is simply for debugging, so we would see if it has successfully read it or if there was an error with loading and saving, which we can see here. And I think that's basically it for the user module app connected to a database.